Yo, what is up, you guys? It's Dominator here, and I'm back with another Kanto Shiny Living Dex video. In this video, we are going to be going for Shiny Vulpix. Now, I wanted to do this hunt for a while, and I figured I want to start Shiny hunting for Jirachi relatively soon. And in order to do that, I gotta restart one of my Hoenn games, probably my Ruby version. So before I do that, I figured I would get one more Kanto Shiny Living Dex hunt in on Hoenn games, so Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. And I decided Vulpix would be great, especially because in Emerald version, there's a really good repel trick you can do for Vulpix. So essentially, I have my 3 Emerald versions at the bottom, and then I have Ruby on the right, Sapphire on the left. There is a repel trick for Emerald only, and if you do a level 29 repel trick, it makes Vulpix a 60% chance. Normally, it's 30% chance in Emerald, which 60% is fantastic, one of the higher repel tricks I've ever done, so hopefully we get it either first or second phase this time. But Ruby and Sapphire, there's no repel trick, and Vulpix doesn't start at 30%, it starts at 20%, so probably gonna phase if we get something on Ruby and Sapphire, but I still need everything in this. We're on the outside of Mount Pyre in Hoenn, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. I will list all of the encounters on screen, including the repel trick for Emerald version, so you can check out all the encounter rates right now. But that's pretty much it. One thing I want to mention is we did our last hunt we did in Hoenn was for the Torkoal, and we did do a similar repel trick for Torkoal. It was with a level 28 Pokemon. We had a level 28 Lantern. All we had to do was level up the Lantern once with a rare candy, and now we have the level 29 repel trick, which is amazing. I didn't have to really set anything up for that. But that's pretty much it. So what we're going to do is use the white flutes. I've already put the repels down on the Emerald version so that I don't have to like resave or whatever. I can just start the game up with a repel already down. Got the white flute. We're going to use the white flute on all those. No repels on Ruby and Sapphire because it doesn't do anything. So let's see what we get. Also, this encounter rate seems very slow compared to the cave. But there we go. We got Meditite, Wingull, 2 Shuppets, and a Vulpix. We are using the Illuminate, so I am a little shocked that the encounters are as slow as they are, but I think the repel trick on these games repel more out than they do in the Magma Hideout when I was going for Torkoal, so that's probably the reason why. So, yeah, we're going to cut here, and I will see you. Can I not escape from this Vulpix? Is this like a really rare occurrence? Maybe I give a smoke ball to the Lantern. So, regardless, I'm gonna cut here, and I will see you once we get a shiny. Hey guys, it's Dominator from the future. I have decided to change up this hunt a little bit. Still going for Vulpix. But we used to have 3 Emeralds on the bottom, and we had Ruby and Sapphire at the top. I'm just convinced that my luck in Emerald is so bad. Like, must have the worst frame luck with these Emeralds, because we're currently 32,000 in on this hunt. 32,500 to be exact. Have not gotten a single shiny. I don't trust Emerald. I hate the way the RNG works. I know I shouldn't be worried about it, but I just think I have the worst frame luck with these Emerald games. So we decided to remove 2 of the Emeralds and bring in 2 Leaf Greens, because I feel like just in general I'm going to have better luck with Fire Red Leaf Green anyway. Only Leaf Green, because only Leaf Green gets Vulpix, and Fire Red gets Growlithe. And yeah, so we're doing the same hunt that we were doing in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Emerald's right here on the side. But we are doing Route 8 in Fire Red, or in only Leaf Green, not Fire Red. And there's no repel trick for it, so I'll list the new encounters on screen for all the games, and at this point, I just want to phase and be done with this hunt for a while and move on, and I just figured with Leaf Green, there's more things I could potentially get that is for the Kanto Living Dex. So, like, if I phase with anything in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, it's not going to be for the Kanto Shiny Living Dex, so it doesn't interest me as much, but with Leaf Green, I can phase with a bunch of things for the Kanto Shiny Living Dex, so that'd be great. One notable thing about this new change of the hunt, though, is that I have my Starmie is fainted, because I normally just lead with Starmie, because I need to be able to lead with Raticate, and this Raticate, I may have duplicated it on my Emerald version, don't tell anyone though, but this Raticate has the ability Runaway, which doesn't really matter, but it's got Super Fang to weaken the target, and it's got Taunt. I taught it Taunt because on this route, Vulpix can learn Roar, and Pidgey can appear and have the move Whirlwind. So I figured Taunt would be better. You can use the move, the ability Suction Cups, but this Leaf Green on the right isn't completely played through, and the only Pokemon that can get Suction Cups in Gen 3 are Octillery and the Lileep line. So couldn't get it on that game anyway, so I just figured Taunt would be the next best thing. And yeah, so we just essentially lead with the Raticate and then taunt it. I could have used my shiny Raticate, but honestly, I don't want to like Shino myself every encounter with the Sparkles coming up. And yeah, so that's pretty much the update on the hunt. I haven't really gotten a shiny, but let me do 1-7 encounters. Also, the encounter rate on Fire Red Leaf Green is just way faster than Ruby Sapphire Emerald for whatever reason. It's just something I noticed. Because all of these games have Illuminate White Flute. Obviously, this one's doing a repel trick, so it's going to be a little slower, but it takes like 1 to 2 steps to get an encounter in Fire Red Leaf Green with Illuminate White Flute. It takes upwards of like 8 steps to do it with Ruby Sapphire, and they're essentially doing the same thing. So, obviously no shiny here, but we can get shiny Meowth, and we can get, I believe, shiny Sandshrew, which would also be cool. So, I'll see what happens. Oh! Oh, I just got shiny Shuppet, bro. What the heck? I didn't even see that. Bro, it was on... You're kidding me, bro. It was on Emerald? I took out 2 of the Emeralds and kept the one that has gotten shinies before, and it got the shiny. Oh my gosh, I didn't even hear that. I'm glad it's over. It's finally over. I'm glad it was on Emerald, honestly. Because that had the highest chance of getting Vulpix. But, yeah, that took 54,415 encounters. By far, my longest shiny hunt of all time. I really hope this never happens again. I am not one to want to break the record for the longest shiny. There's still people that have gone way farther than me, but my previous longest... So I'm going to talk for a bit. My previous longest hunts originally, like not even previous, my first ever hunt that I've done was for shiny Dratini at the Rocket Game Corner. That one took 24,700 something. It was like my first ever hunt over triple odds. Pretty terrible. That was my longest hunt for literally years. Then when we did Torkoal, I think it was like the 3rd or 4th phase for Torkoal became my next longest hunt. It was on Emerald, of course, and it was Geodude after just over 30,000. And I was like, it took us years to break that record. Hopefully we don't break that anytime soon. Literally, like, later that same year, this is last year, by the way, we went 37,560 something for a Caterpie. And then that was my longest hunt. And I'm like, alright, let's not do that anytime soon. And here we are. It's been almost a full year, but still... 54,415, man. I apologize if my reaction wasn't, like, that great. I'm, like, so burnt out from this hunt, man. I started off doing the bunny hops. We were doing the repel trick to make Vulpix 60% on 3 emeralds. And after 32,500, I decided to switch out 2 of the emeralds because I hate shiny hunting on emerald. The RNG's broken. I know I can still get shinies. Clearly, I'm getting it on emerald, but like I just couldn't help but think my frame luck was so bad that I just wasn't getting shinies. So I swapped out 2 of the emeralds, sacrificing games that had higher shiny chance or higher chance for Vulpix specifically, but we replaced him with Leaf Green, which had more of a chance to get a Kanto shiny that I need for the living dex. And I'm glad I did that because ultimately it made everything feel way faster, and we dropped the repel trick altogether because I was just over it. I was so over it. I just wanted to get as many encounters in as possible, and that's just what happened. So 54,415. My longest ever shiny hunt. I think that's all I got to say about this. We're going to cut here, and we're going to catch this thing. So, I'll see you then. Alright, I'm back. I got a better angle, hopefully. I got to quickly check to make sure Shuppet doesn't get anything weird. I would assume the worst thing it gets is probably Curse. So, I don't think Curse can KO itself. I'm probably not going to attack it anyway, but I just want to make sure it doesn't have, like, any crazy moves. This is Gen 3, so I'm fairly certain Memento doesn't exist, but you never know. So we're going to check the Gen 3 moveset for Shuppet. Let's see. It gets, what level is this? 28? It gets Spite, Curse, Nightshade, and Screech, and maybe Knockoff, but I don't think it gets Knockoff. So Screech, Nightshade, Curse, and Spite. Curse is the only thing that can hurt itself. I think it can only do it once. I think it can only do it if it's not going to KO itself. I could be wrong with that, but just in case, we're not going to attack it anyway. Another thing is, actually in my Sapphire version, while playing through it, I found a random shiny Shuppet, so this technically completes the Shuppet line for me, but I didn't get it live, so eventually I'll probably hunt another Shuppet. Maybe if we do another phase for this, at this point, I'm probably not going to do another phase for this. There's other ways I can get shiny Vulpix. I'm just so over this hunt. 54,000, that's a lot. That's a ton. Actually, how many is that? 54, what was it? 54, 415? Is that what it was? Yeah, 54,415 divided by 8192 is 6.6 times the odds. This is, no matter which way you put it, the unluckiest I have ever been shiny hunting. On top of that, we went off of a 16,000, which, I mean, double odds, but nothing like, that's not even that crazy. But we went off of a 16,000 and a 19,000 before this. So, if you add all that up, that's like almost 80,000 for 3 shinies. It's absurd. Whatever, let's catch this thing now. I think we just got Lantern. I think this Lantern has Thunder Wave. I'm not going to risk it, though, honestly. This thing's probably going to one-shot it. So, let's see what we got here. We might have some cool Pokeballs. Where are the Pokeballs? This one? Pokeball, Great Ball, Ultra Ball, Master Ball, Premier, Nest. We do Netball. I might just try a Netball. I think I'm gonna try a Netball. I don't know why I'm like worried about this. Maybe because it took me 54,000 encounters to get, but I'm gonna do a quick calculator. Oh, it's a 33% with a Netball. Let's do it. Come on, let's just chuck Netballs. We're not gonna mess around with this thing. If it uses Curse, that'll actually be good. It's also in Spanish. So it just did something that failed. What did it do that failed? Probably either Knockoff or Spite. It was probably Spite, actually. I'm just going to chuck Netballs. We're going to try to catch this thing in Netball. The Netball, actually, I used to hate the Netball. And we caught it, easy. I used to hate the Netball. I don't know why. Maybe because it always, in like Gen 4, it had like a spider web pattern with it. And it always just made me think of bug types. Like I only associated it with bug types. But like, as the years have gone on, I've realized how nice of a color the Netball is. So this is actually Pokedex entry as well. So we got Spanish Pokedex entry for Shuppet. There's the regular Shuppet and the shiny Shuppet. Not the greatest transition because of the lighting, but whatever. I gotta think of a nickname for this thing. I feel like I had a nickname idea, and I forget what it was. So I'll probably think of it later. So we're gonna do that later. I will probably think of a nickname for this because I think I had a nickname idea. We're gonna save. This is, if you're wondering, this is, by the way, the same Emerald save file that got 4 of the phases for Torkoal, despite using 2 other Emerald copies. So, I'm glad I ditched those other 2 Emeralds. We could have been here for much longer if I didn't. Well, it probably would have been about the same, but whatever. I feel like those Emerald games were cursed, man. They just weren't giving me anything after, I don't even know how many phases I've done. I don't know how many encounters I've done. Just forever. Also, we used the battle video for this. So we recorded a battle video after one of the first hunting sessions for this hunt. And I have since used it, so it is completely different frames. So there's no risk of it being the same frame as any of the other shinies I've gotten. It still could be the nature, though. But I'm going to guess it's going to be relaxed nature. So we have a second lantern here, in case I wanted to do the repel tricks and more. But we got a Alocada, pardon my Spanish, an Alocada lantern, and it is a Modesta Shuppet, which I would assume is modest, but sometimes it might not be, because I think it was like something that sounded very similar to timid. It was actually bashful. So, let me just double check. Modest would be awesome for this thing, honestly. Modesta. Oh, Modesta is modest. Okay. There was a Miedosa, which is timid. So it was actually modest. I thought it was going to be timid, but it is modest. So that's awesome. I would assume it's pretty good. Usually ghost types are specially offensive. I actually don't know if Shuppet or Banette is. Let's see. The attack's 45, the special attack's 48, so as of now, it's not so much, but who knows? Maybe Banette's a really good special type attacker. Let's throw this thing out into battle. Let's get a... Okay, before I continue, does anyone know if there's, like... I don't read Spanish that well. Like, Spanish is not a language I'm very familiar with. I took a couple classes in high school. That was a while ago. All these calls I'm getting on my PokeNav, are they like trainers wanting to battle me? Is it something else? Does it end? Or like, is it time-based? Like, I don't understand, because the other 2 emeralds I was using never got these calls. I don't know if it was based on the story. I think they're all in the same spot in the story. But the other 2 emeralds had dead batteries. So is it time-based? Is there a way to stop this? Let me know, because I don't even know what they're saying on this. But this person's talking about a Whismer or something. But yeah, let's send this thing out into battle. We got a regular Vulpix, which unfortunately is the target. So if it was the next encounter, it would have been the target. And shiny Shuppet. Pretty cool. Let's do one more, but I'm going to swap the mic around so it potentially sounds better. Alright, hopefully the audio is a little louder. This is not the best speaker Game Boy I have, so apologies for that, but hopefully it sounds a little better. Not sure why this is taking so... Oh, we lost the Illuminate, that's why. I also found out that the encounter rate in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald is drastically slower than Fire Red, Leaf Green, and that was another reason why we added Leaf Green. So we got a regular Shuppet and shiny Shuppet. Pretty cool. Shuppet's a really cool shiny. Unfortunately, it wasn't the target I wanted, like, by far, because it was, at the time, was one of the more likely things to phase with, because it was very common and we were running mostly emeralds. But as of now, I'm fine with it. I'm glad to be done with the phase. It's a really cool shiny. I still technically got to get one more live if we want to complete the line, so who knows if we return to this. I really don't know. I really don't want to do this ever again. I honestly don't want a full odds hunt for a while, but I probably will because there's a lot of shinies I want to get, so stay tuned. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring those notification bells, all that good stuff. Be sure to join the domination, and I will see you in the next video.